Have you ever been around someone so lost in their own world that nothing you say makes an impression or seems to get through, almost as if you're a cardboard cutout? They're not present, and to them, you're not real. Certainly not as significant as their problems, which seem so significant and pressing, there's nothing left over for yours, your feelings, your issues, or your life. They're the kind of people who ask you how you're doing, but all they really want to hear is that everything is fine, even if recently you lost everything, including a leg. We've all experienced those types of people and situations, but the far more pressing question is, how present are you for others, especially your loved ones? And even more importantly, how are you at being present for yourself? Do you feel so pressured by your stuff, so please don't add anyone else's issues, problems, obstacles, challenges? Enough already, enough. Don't you just love being around those who are present, compassionate, empathetic, sensitive to your troubles and to what's going on in your life? As much as we value and expect others to be present for us, how often really are we completely present for others, especially those we love? Probably not as much or as often as we'd like to be, which leads to feelings of regret and guilt over letting them down. The way to be present for ourselves and others is as simple as happiness. Let all the stuff go preventing you from being in the moment. Being present comes from a place of our hearts, not our minds. Being present is being deeply in touch with our emotions, both good and sometimes not so good. Mostly being present is a process of unloading all the things preventing us from being in the moment and at peace and quite still, until the whirlwind around us slows to a standstill. And in that moment, we see and smell and hear with a clarity almost unworldly. A part of ourselves saying, this is it, the moment I've longed for right now. Not a moment too soon, not one found in the past, but now. I can think of so many times in my past when I wanted to be present but wasn't, being judgmental in my mind about something the other had done which prevented me from extending the love they needed in that moment. I didn't realize I was also cutting off my own deeper connection to them by holding on to my narrow-minded viewpoint, hurt feelings, and expectations, not realizing my perspective was blocking the wholehearted relationship I longed for with them. Finally, I'm getting smarter and more dedicated to, above all else, being present in the moment, being positive and loving, the number one reason being it feels better. Getting mad at stupid things no longer cuts it for me, especially if it cuts me off from the people that I love right now in this moment. We all get carried away with the silliest of things, making mountains out of molehills, past transgressions, and other people's faults. So easily focusing on what's wrong that we forget and lose sight of what's right. Here in this moment, it's so easy to let go. Put it down if only for a moment. It'll still be there if you feel so inclined to pick it back up again. But for this moment, can I encourage you to be present? Because once you get good at being in the moment, it can extend into infinity, which is something of incredible value. Try it for a moment and see.